set up the game of Jaipur, first find 3 camel cards from the deck and place them face up between the 2 players. Shuffle and deal 5 cards to each player. The remaining cards are the draw deck. Flip up the top 2 cards of the draw deck to be placed with the 3 camels. This area becomes the market. Sort the 6 goods tokens by type, with each in its own individual area. Each pile of goods tokens will be sorted in descending order, with the highest value on top and the lowest value on the bottom. Sort the bonus tokens and shuffle each individual pile. Put the camel token next to the bonus tokens. Place out the 3 seals of excellence. These are trophies for winning a round of the game. The play area will look something like this when everything is set up. Players now look at their hand and remove any camels and place them in front of them as their herd. Players in the game of Jaipur are trying to sell goods for the most rupees to gain seals of excellence. They will decide who starts the game and will go back and forth taking turns throughout the game. Each turn consists of a player deciding whether to take cards from the market or sell goods from their hand, but never both. They must always choose to either take or sell goods and may never pass their turn. If they decide to use their turn to take cards, they choose one of 3 options. Their first option is to take 2 or more goods from the market. When players take 2 or more goods, they must be able to exchange the same amount of goods. They may take any number of cards from the market and exchange them for either the same number of camels from their herd, the same number of cards from their hand, or a combination of camels and hand cards. A player may never exchange a type of good from their hand and take the same good from the market. Their second option is to take 1 single good from the market. If a player takes 1 good from the market, they place it into their hand and replace the card with the top card from the deck. A player may never exchange 1 card from their hand or herd with 1 card from the market. The replaced card always comes from the deck. The final option they have while taking goods is to take all of the camels from the market. A player that chooses this option takes all of the camels from the market, places them into their herd, and replenishes the market with cards from the draw deck. They must always take all of the camels from the market if they choose this option, and may never take a combination of camels and goods. Players do not have to let other players know how many camels are in their herd during the round. When players are choosing one of the take card options, they may never have more than 7 cards in their hand at the end of their turn. This does not include any camels in their herd. Players may not discard at any time during the game to get down to 7. They simply cannot take cards if it will put them over the limit when they end their turn. If a player does not use their turn to take goods, they will use it to sell goods. While selling goods, a player chooses 1 type of good from their hand. They may never sell more than 1 type of good. When they sell the goods, they discard the cards and take tokens matching the goods that they're selling. For instance, this player sold 3 spices. They will then take the top 3 spice tokens and place them next to their player area. There are a few bonuses a player can gain while selling goods. If a player sells 3 goods of one type, they gain 1 of these bonus tokens. If they sell 4 goods of one type, they gain 1 of these, and 5 goods of one type, they gain 1 of these. For instance, the player who sold 3 spice would gain 1 of the 3 tokens. They gain that amount of rupees at the end of the game. They will place this token in their player area. If at any time a player sells goods and there are not enough of the corresponding tokens left, they simply take the amount of tokens that are left and still gain the bonus token. A player may sell any amount of spice, cloth, or leather from their hand. If they sell silver, gold, or diamonds, they must have at least 2 of the type. Players continue going back and forth, taking turns, either taking or selling goods. A round ends when either there are no cards left in the draw deck to restock the market, or 3 types of good tokens are depleted. For instance, here, the gold, rubies, and spice tokens are depleted. At the end of the round, each player counts up the amount of camels they have in their herd. The player with the most camels gains the camel token. If there is a tie, neither player gains the token. Players now score the rupees they gained during the round. To do this, they turn over all of their tokens and add up the total rupees. It is recommended that players group the rupees in groups of 10 for easier counting. The player ending the round with the most rupees gains the Seal of Excellence. If there is a tie, the player with the most bonus tokens earns the seal. If there is still a tie, the player with the most total goods tokens wins the round and gains the Seal of Excellence. After scoring, if neither player has 2 Seals of Excellence, the game is set up again. Players play through another round. The player who lost the previous round starts the new round. If any player has 2 Seals of Excellence, they are declared the winner.